I don't have to pay a subscription to get my results and my data. Everything these days comes with a freaking subscription fee, and I don't need any more bills. Ooh, girl, there's gonna be a lot of pros and a lot of cons in comparison to coming from an Apple Watch. Sizing of 6 to 14. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Kayla Lachey, aka your virtual fitness bestie. Your girl's gonna be out here testing out a new fitness smart ring today, but I need to figure out my sizing because I have absolutely no idea what size I'm going to be for the RingConn. My sister has this. We were talking about this recently. She has the Air version, but I'm going to be reviewing the Gen 2 for you guys today. I think it retails for about $2.99, and I'll be sure to link it for you guys down below. This video is not sponsored, but I want to make it clear they did gift me the RingConn for an Instagram post. So just a heads up on that, but I needed to find my sizing and stuff before I even get into my IG content. And I'm gonna go to the gym today, and I want to test it out for my sleep schedule tonight because this ring is supposed to do more than what the Apple Watch does. I think the biggest thing for me and why I was like, oh, I'm so excited about this is there's no subscription fee like the Aura ring. Like, I don't want to spend almost $300, yeah, $300 on a ring and then still have to use a subscription fee for it to actually be functional to its potential. I think that's just not practical for me. So I think there's going to be a lot of pros and a lot of cons in comparison to coming from an Apple Watch, and maybe this video will help you guys out when it comes down to determining if this is going to be a better alternative for you, and I'm excited about it. So there is the ring sizing kit that you can pick up on Amazon for $1.99. I bought the sizing kit. I didn't know they were going to also send that to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up and figure out what size I am because I think that's important. And I would recommend buying the sizing kit and not going based off of your normal ring size, because I have heard from watching other reviews that the RingConn sizing is a little bit different compared to your traditional ring size. And I think I want to put it on either my middle finger or my index finger, definitely not my ring finger, and I want it to go on my non-dominant hand. So this comes in a sizing of 6 to 14 for the sizing kit, and 14 looks massive, and it's just like plastic rings. So I guess the idea behind getting the sizing kit is you can wear the ring size that you feel is best suited for you on the finger that you want for maybe 24 hours and get a feel for it. Like, does it slip off? This is a size 6. It's way too small, and that was the size I told them I was based off of my normal ring size. So this is a 7. It's a little loose on my ring finger. My ring finger is slanted, so I don't like how that feels. Doesn't really fit my knuckle. A little too snug on my index, so maybe I'm an 8. I do have sizes 6, 7, and 8 to pick my size, and now I'm a little bit concerned because 6 is way too small. So it looks like I might be an 8 for my index. Definitely too loose on my middle finger. I don't know, guys. I just feel like the most anxious try to just select my sizing. It's way too big. Oh my god. Like, I don't want it to get stuck, but I also don't want it to fall off when I'm in the gym lifting. I think I'm an 8. It doesn't seem to slip, but it's kind of loose. Okay, I feel like it fits tighter on my dominant hand, so I guess I should go with 8. But it is useful to have this kit. Again, it's only $1.99, so you can wear it for a longer period of time to get a feel for the best sizing. Now that we've got this sizing down, let's go ahead and unbox the Gen 2 from RingConn in a size 8, right? Let me make sure. Okay. So this one is size 8. This one is size 7. And these also come, where's this thing? Is this all that's in here? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so the RingConn Gen 2 also comes in multiple color options that you can select from. I just feel like I'm a gold type of a girl and I wear the most gold jewelry, so whenever I want to wear this, I'm planning on wearing it all the time. It'll still match with all my other accessories. This comes in a variety of finishes and colorways. There's Future Silver, Matte Black, Royal Gold, Rose Gold, and then the Gen Air does come in Dune Gold and Galaxy Silver. I have heard and seen reviews on the Matte Black and it kind of scratching, so I would maybe steer clear from that. I did, however, get mine in the Royal Gold colorway, so it has like a shinier finish compared to the Matte Black. So let's go ahead and unbox this size 8 and see. Oh, girl, I love this packaging. It literally reminds me of like Apple packaging, and I'm here for it. Very sleek and chic. Ooh, why am I dropping everything today? Let's see, we've got some, what, directions? I never really use manuals. Stuff like this usually is self-explanatory, and if I ever have a question, baby, I go to youtube.com. So we're just gonna figure it out. However, it does have a QR code for the app and this setup, so that'll definitely be useful for us today. And then straight out of the box, it comes with 3 different things. The ring itself, again, I have the Royal Gold. The Gen 2 does come with a charging case, so that is one difference between the Air and the Gen 2. So I really like this case. I think it's really chic. It's a lot better than the Apple charging cord that, girl, you have to get that aligned all the time and it's just annoying to have to travel with. And this is supposed to have a really long battery life for the case, so you can charge this once, and also the ring itself has a 12-day battery life. Are you kidding me? Like, the Apple Watch could never. That thing I have to charge literally every single day, and even still I don't wear my Apple Watch the entire duration of the day. So the battery life on this is supposed to be really good. And then it also comes with the cable to charge, so USB-C. And it's a nice cable. It has like the cloth material around it, so that'll be really useful. Hopefully it has some charge in it and we can test it out today. So let's hope that this is a equivalent match to the plastic ring, because it might be a little bit different. However, the sizing kit, there's grooves in here that mimic the grooves in the actual ring. Well, that's an 11. I'm like, wait, those don't match up. I want to see how accurate. They look pretty accurate. So, please fit. Wow, it fits this finger, but the sizing kit, did it fit? I'm so confused. No, it's too big. Yeah. It's really snug on this hand, so I don't feel like it would come off in the gym. My only issue with this compared to having an Apple Watch is if you are a lifter like me, I fear this could scratch when you grab onto the bar and like dumbbells and stuff, and having the metal brush up against the metal. I think that's like one of the cons when I was thinking, oh, what's the pros and the cons versus an Apple Watch and a smart ring? That would be it for me because of the price point, whereas an Apple Watch, it's on your wrist, doesn't really come in contact with the machinery or the equipment or anything like that. So definitely be mindful of your workout style. Maybe if you do something more low intensity, that's not going to be a con for you like it is for me. Maybe you do yoga, you do Pilates, you do stretching, maybe you don't even use equipment and you do a lot of body weight stuff, then you wouldn't really need to be concerned about those things. This is also supposed to be waterproof, so you can wash your hands with it, you can take your shower with it. They say you can go swimming with it. I don't know how inclined I would be to wear this in the shower, even though I know that I can. I think I would probably still take it off. Maybe washing my hands, I wouldn't really be too concerned about it. I guess the only thing left to do is to set this up and see what the actual app interface looks like. That's another thing in comparison to an Apple Watch, is there's no screen to this like you have an Apple Watch, okay? So maybe that might be a pro for you, or a con. Maybe you want something more sleek and minimal and just cute for every day, whereas an Apple Watch can be a little bit more bulky. It can clash with certain outfits. I feel like I could still wear this out for a nice dinner or something at nighttime with other accessories and it not look like, okay, she's wearing something bulky like a smartwatch or a fitness tracker. Also, this isn't gonna be like a phone like an Apple Watch is, where you can answer calls and text messages and stuff like that. Again, very sleek, very minimal. So I never really use my Apple Watch to answer phone calls or to really reply because it's so small of a screen. It's just not good. Sure, you can use the Bluetooth feature, but it's just not something I valued in an Apple Watch. I was simply just using my Apple Watch for the gym, coming home, taking it off. So it wasn't really tracking my steps as accurately as it could have been had I woken up first thing and put it on my wrist, wore it all day long, and then took it off when I got back in the bed before bed at night. So I do feel like it's kind of inconvenient in that way, whereas this ring, you can sleep in it. It's going to track your sleep. It's going to track your stress. It does period tracking. It can track sleep apnea, your steps, your calories as well. And for the fitness tracking, one thing that I was looking at is you have to manually track your lifts. There are settings where you can track your workouts like cardio. Simple, kind of like the Apple Watch, there was really no way to track your lift in the gym. I would always select the other category in the activities. So I feel like it's a very similar thing for that. Maybe they'll have a better way to track your workouts in that aspect. That would be something I would love to see them kind of do. So those are just some things that I wanted to point out with this style of a fitness tracker and some of the comparisons, cons, and pros with the Apple Watch. It's cute. It definitely has a nice shine to it. So okay, let's open up this app and see what the setup is like, because I'm curious to know if it's as like self-explanatory. The setup was pretty simple. Ask for you to make and register an account, email, make a password, put in your basics like your gender, your height, your weight, your age. And now we're looking at the interface. So it seems like it goes on a calendar basis. So I'm looking at today. Obviously there's absolutely no information because I just put the thing on. So it says that there's relaxed status. I'm assuming that'll be for your stress levels. I'm very curious to track my stress as someone that I deem high stressed all the time. It tracks your sleep, your vital statuses, so it'll be able to actually tell you what your body temperature is, as well as your activity throughout the day. So those are things that I'm really intrigued about and things that the Apple Watch does not do. I'm not sleeping in an Apple Watch, okay? It's very uncomfortable on my wrist, which is why I don't wear it all day. This is already very comfortable on. Apple Watch doesn't tell me my stress levels, and it doesn't take my temperature for me. So there's also the amount of sleep. It'll tell you your REM sleep. It'll tell you the time that you went to sleep, what type of sleep state you're in, so you can kind of plan a better routine around that, which I also feel like is going to be helpful for me. I'm very curious to see what the results will be for me after wearing this for 24 hours. And then the heart rate, it'll tell you what it does, similar to the Apple Watch. And then the exercise, I really wanted to highlight that because again, that's kind of my main thing of why I wanted to get this ring and see if I'm going to be making the switch from an Apple Watch to the RingConn. So again, with the workouts, it will have basics that you can track. It says outdoor walking, indoor running, outdoor cycling, indoor rowing, gentle yoga. That's not very helpful as someone that does weightlifting. So it says that you could add a workout manually, which again, Apple has that as well. I never really do that. So I feel like that's just not something that I'm going to be utilizing. And it seems like it's a little bit, I thought there was going to be like an other feature. So let's see, walking, running, cycling, traditional strength training. So that might be something that I'll use. Fishing, stepping workout. So there's a lot. Okay, other sports. I feel like I would probably be inclined to just do other, and then you have to manually stop it when you're done working out, like you would have to do for the activity app on the Apple Watch. So I'm going to test that out in the gym today and see how easy it is or how annoying it is. You're just gonna have to remember to do it in the app. Again, there's no interface or buttons to be able to do it like you can with an Apple Watch. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I can discard that for now. The period forecast, I always track mine on my own calendar whenever I know that it's gonna come and go. I'm on my cycle today, so let's see what it has in here. For the tracking, date of birth, I thought I just put that in already. The period tracking, average cycle, mine comes like every like 28 days. She be coming early sometimes. My cycle is 4 days. and my last period was today. Is my last day. What is today's date? Is it the 3rd? Do you have any of the following? No. I'm actually curious to see how this will do. Just a little interface on the app itself. Seems pretty simple and basic. There's a plan in here for your diet, behaviors, and then there's a health tab at the bottom. I do want to look at the settings and change my temperature to Fahrenheit because I live in America, so that'll be a little bit easier for me too. Automatic nap detection, say less. Automatic workout detection. This feature is not supported on Gen 1. For Gen 2 firewall version or higher is required. Need to pair the ring. That would be smart. And this is a nice quality. It's a blue light. It says the ring blinks blue. Click the search button. Do I close it? It's blinking blue. Start search. So I will update it because it says that it can detect the automatic workouts if you update the software. So I'm going to try to do that right now, and then we can test it out. And then hopefully when it's paired, I'll be able to see how much battery life is on there. And I can charge the case. So yeah, guys, let me know if you have a smart ring. Do you use it? Do you like it better if you're coming from an Apple Watch? I already feel like I'm gonna like this better just based on the ease of it. I don't know about the app thing though. I think maybe I will appreciate it being an app and then not like a screen that's constantly dinging with text messages and stuff. That does distract me in the gym, I'm not gonna lie. So you're not gonna get push notifications with this. On the app you might get little things about like, oh, maybe you're stressed, here's a tip, right? But you're not getting your phone calls and stuff directly notified on your wrist. Hopefully this will give me a better accuracy on my steps throughout the day. I think it would be interesting to kind of compare at the end of the day, like maybe in another video with my Apple Watch. Actually, I should wear both of them today and see how accurate they are. That's a good thing. I'm gonna actually remember to do that. But I'll be able to actually track a full day's worth of steps, the steps I'm getting in my apartment, when I take my dog out, when I'm running my errands, and not just tracking the steps that I'm getting in the gym space, because this will be much more comfortable for me to wear. So it seems like it's updated successfully. Now, automatic workout detection is toggled on. So I'm interested to see how that works today in the gym. It says my case battery is at 30%, so I'll leave that charging while I'm out of the house, and the ring is already at 78%. So while it's in this case, it is actually charging a little bit more. And it says it'll be fully charged in 19 minutes. The Apple Watch could never. In fact, my Apple Watch stops charging to save the energy or something like that. Child, I don't know. The thing never gets to 100%. I'm gonna leave this for 19 minutes, take my dog out, and then we're gonna wear the ring for the rest of the day. But I really wanted to highlight some pros, some cons, and do the unboxing and then a setup for you guys in this video in case you guys are looking at picking up a RingConn and you want to know about smart rings, how they work, and if they would be worth it for you and your lifestyle. Alright guys, I am back from my workout. I tried to vlog a little bit and then I realized I left my tripod at home. So I wanted to kind of recap my experience in the gym today and really highlight using the RingConn Gen 2 for physical activity, because I was really confused because I'm so used to using the Apple Watch and physically going into the activity app on here and starting my workout and then manually going in and hitting end. Even though I'm setting it on other for weightlifting, I was a little bit like, I don't know, I'm just going in here raw dogging it essentially because I didn't have to press anything. The app has a setting where it can automatically track your activity after 10 minutes of basically doing something. So I just kind of went off of that. I'm looking at my Apple Watch right now in the step section, it says that I have 4,534 steps. And then when I go into the RingConn app, it says I have 4,338 steps. So there's definitely a little bit of a difference there. Mind you, I put these both on and started tracking at the same time right before I left my house. So I feel like no matter what gadget you're gonna use, a Fitbit, you're using your phone solely to track, you're using a Ring or your Apple Watch, there's gonna be some sort of a difference there, an inconsistency. I just heard that the Apple Watch tracks your steps by your arm motion. So I don't really know how true that is. And I also wanted to highlight, when I was in the gym working out, I did notice, because I didn't have to manually turn on an activity to start tracking my workout, it's definitely not going to track the weights that you're lifting, and it's not going to track your set and reps. So you can go in and manually add those in after the fact, and it's still going to keep up with your heart rate during your workouts and your calories burned, which are the two things that I personally value the most when it comes to tracking my workouts. Same thing with the Apple Watch. You can go in and manually add in your actual workouts, but I don't really care to keep up with the sets and the rep range personally. But if you want to go in and do that, I'm just more carefree and I'm focused on my calories, so I can kind of correspond and use that information with how much I should be eating for the day. I do think it is helpful to also track your steps throughout the day as well, and how long of a duration you were actually active. So on the RingConn app, it says I was active today for 76 minutes. Trifling. And on my Apple Watch, it says I was active for 72 minutes. So I'm so sorry, guys. He's very needy when I come home. Excuse me. Excuse me. So there is a little bit of a difference in that aspect too, and I'm interested to try this out for like a whole week to see and get used to using the app in general. I did find myself wanting to look at the app during my workout since there is no actual interface. I was curious to know what my heart rate was, and it was actually the same showing up in my resting state in between my workout on my Apple Watch versus the RingConn app. So I will say that is pretty accurate with the reading there. And also comfortability in the gym. I didn't grab on barbells today. I was slowly using machinery. Sometimes I'll use dumbbells and stuff too to do things like walking lunges. And I can tell you right now, it's definitely gonna be in contact with the machinery, even grabbing on handles when you're using machines too. I do feel like it is really comfortable, and I think that goes down to the size that you pick. Like, I didn't feel like this was gonna slip off. I also didn't feel like it was too tight where it was cutting off circulation. I still feel a little bit iffy about like washing my hands though, because it feels so wrong. But I know that it's fine. Like I took it off when I came home to wash my hands, and in the gym I was just washing my hands just fine, used the little dryer thing just fine, and girls working just fine. But it's just something I need to get used to. I still don't know about wearing it in the shower though. Maybe I'll be more carefree when it's not brand new. But as far as wearing it in the gym, I felt really comfortable with it on. I didn't feel like it was gonna fall off or anything. I did feel like my Apple Watch was just tight. Like, I don't know, I always fidget or fuss with it and like pull it up because I feel like it's cutting off my circulation sometimes. And then if I always put it on the next setting, I feel like it's too loose. So I feel like the Ring is just a much more carefree, comfortable option. And I feel like I wasn't distracted. Like, my notifications were going off on the Apple Watch. It really is kind of like wearing your phone on your wrist with the Apple Watch versus the RingConn. It's just carefree, no distractions, no vibrations. It doesn't ding or like, you know, do anything to alert you like, hey girl, you need to stand up. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't care about my stand angle when it comes to the Apple Watch. So I find that personally to be annoying. And when I was checking the app, I was actually really excited to be like, oh, what's my stress looking like right now? You know, what is my heart rate looking like right now? Like, it was just more mindless, and I was more mindful of like the wellness aspect. And I think that's a big difference when I compare the Apple Watch with the RingConn Gen 2. I view the Ring as a wellness tool and the Apple Watch like a mini smartphone. And I would be more interested to track my sleep, my stress, my workouts, and that's what the Ring does for me. The price point between the two is relatively the same. However, there is an Apple Watch out right now that's about $799. So the Ring is definitely a better option. Even if you go for the Air, it's a little bit less expensive. But yeah, the biggest difference I would say is the calories not being accurate. My watch says 513, girl, 513 calories burned, and then the app says I burned 393 calories. So that's a big difference. Okay, granted I did start and stop this manually for the workout, so maybe that's why. The fact that I don't have to remember to charge it, I don't have to take it off, it's comfortable, it's already a win-win for me. So I feel like I've been asleep, and guys, I freaking love the fact that I don't have to pay a subscription to get my results and my data and to use the ring itself. I feel like that is such a downfall. Everything these days comes with a freaking subscription fee, and I don't need any more bills. So I love, love, love. I think the top thing is it's like an Aura ring, fraction of the price, no subscription fee. Hello. So it works for me, and it's cute. I really like this colorway too. So yeah, I feel like for my activity level and the tracking purposes, not just during my workout and what I burned, it was like 389 calories. It tells me all day how many calories I burned, and it's actually showing up more than what my Apple Watch is reading. It's showing up as 725 calories burned all day, like while I was running my errands and just getting my normal daily steps in. And my Apple Watch read, why does it not want to show the girls? 500, girl, 519 calories. So that's a big jump, and I do feel like it could be, maybe it is more accurate and it's not judging my steps by my swings, but I could be totally wrong there. So I love that it has so much detail. Like, it actually is making me feel more motivated. Like, I was feeling really good today just looking at my heart rate and all of that. So it has a lot of cool features. It says my stress, it has like a little icon on here. Like, that makes me feel good. Like, I had a good day today, guys. I was excited. It says normal stress index 51. So that's cool. I just got to get used to like the terminology and everything else. And I really like that this has the period tracker. So I'm also interested to wear it for a month, see what kind of reminders it will provide me in the app when my cycle does come about, and how accurate that's also going to be, given that a period, mine is a little bit like irregular. It'll come every 4 weeks, or it might come 3 days a little early. So I kind of just want to play around with that too. And that's something that I guess you could get an app for your Apple Watch, but those just aren't things that I'm utilizing in the Apple Watch. It's kind of in multiple apps, whereas all of this is in one app, and it just simplifies all of the data in one place. And the interface is really user friendly. So I feel like I'm just rambling on about how much I really like the ring so far, and it's just been a day. Oh, also I like it on this finger. I will say, maybe if you put on the middle finger, it'll have less chances of this ring rubbing up against other things, because your finger will be in the way to protect it. But it just doesn't fit. It's too loose for my middle finger, at least on that hand. Maybe I could get away with wearing it here, but I still feel like it's a little bit loose on this hand. So yeah. And I liked wearing it on my non-dominant hand personally. So I just wanted to kind of touch on that, but you can put it on whatever finger feels the most comfortable for you. Just a little check-in. I already want to take my Apple Watch off. That's the thing about this. I never want to wear it all day long just for the gym, and that's about it. But the ring, I don't mind it. I'm over here cooking, shoving it up. It's just comfortable. It's not like giving me indentations and redness on my wrist, and it doesn't feel moist, you know, like from sweating in the gym and everything else. It's more breathable. So that's definitely a pro when it comes to the ring, is just the wearability and being able to wear it more carefree without feeling like, ugh, get this thing off of me. And in turn, I'm actually tracking myself way more accurately